Today's Holiday Classic. This time it's Wells against a Union. I am Jack McArthur alongside my broadcast partner Anthony Levrets. Really exciting game here. Two really talented teams.
Yeah, a little late getting started here, but didn't miss anything but 2 turnovers. So first action of the game, both teams here starting in zone.
And it's going to be Wells in those white jerseys with the green lettering going from our right to our left, and the Union Titans with those black jerseys with the red lettering from our left to our right. It is the Pearl bracket of the 2024 Holiday Classic varsity bracket. And
championship game.
That's right. Lots at stake here, and there's lots more basketball to come after this one. We just got done calling Westland against McMinnville, and that one was exciting, and it was a OT thriller, and McMinnville won. So here comes a turnover now, and Wells with possession. Still scoreless, 7 minutes left in this first quarter. Autumn Hart with it. She finds Reed. In the corner now is Dixon. Launches a triple. Too strong. Fight for it. And now Mildenberger has it. Dixon jabs right, goes left into the lane. Swatted away by Mila Larry, the sophomore.
Union switched to man-to-man on that possession.
Nice entry pass there. Puts it up and in for 2. First bucket of the day goes to Autumn Hart.
Autumn Hart, really talented, long, athletic player, plays inside and outside, really good around the basket.
Now it's the Titans with possession. In the right corner now, into the lane. Off the glass, won't go. Nice putback, up and in for 2. Solid bucket there from Jaleese Chapman, the sophomore.
A little 2-2-1, soft pressure from Union.
Picked up her dribble a little early there.
Going to drop back into a 2-3 at the end of this press.
Now it's Dixon right back to Hart. Dixon thought about the 3 ball instead, kicks it to her teammate Hart. All the way back to Hunter, the top of the 3-point line. Right wing is Mildenberger, swinging the ball around the perimeter, ring around the rosy, just passing it around right now. Just dribbling it. 5:55 left. Still a tie game, 2-2 in this championship game. Launches a 3. And that's going to be a shot clock violation because it didn't touch the rim.
And we've seen a lot of this today against the zone. Teams just moving the ball around the perimeter. Teams just, you got to get the ball inside of that zone, to the high post, to the short corner, collapse that zone, make those threes a lot easier.
Right. And now it is the Titans with possession. They're from Washington. Ought to be Wells, obviously from Portland. Into the area now, and it's a jump ball.
Going to be a lot of attention put on Brooklyn Haywood today when she has the ball, like there is every time she steps on the floor. One of the best players in the region, highly recruited player. And Wells is going to have all sets of eyeballs on that kid when she has the basketball today.
Guardians with possession, still full court press for the Titans. It's a really common theme that we've seen all morning and day long is just full court press. Nice pass and rolls in for 2. Solid bucket from Helen Mildenberger.
Yeah, really nice job getting that ball into the middle of the floor, looking towards the basket and somebody wide open. Both ends of the floor, both teams attacking these little soft presses pretty well.
Right, and now the Titans respond with a bucket of their own. That's most Janessa Chapman for 2. And now Jamie Hunter plays it back to Hart. To be Wells. Desperately trying to cross the halfway line. They finally do so. Right back to Hart. 4:40 on the clock. 4 is Wild. 4-4 the score, 4:40 on the clock. And now it's Wells with possession. There's Hart again. Passes it on the left wing to Reed. Looking for the entry pass. And instead it's deflected. Takeaway from the Titans. Puts it up. Won't go. But she's headed to the line.
Yeah, just kind of got her body into her a little bit that time. Wells does have people in the high post. Just got to maybe make a ball fake before we try to throw that thing down in there.
Right.
But good job getting people in the right spots.
Chapman at the line for 2. First one rims out. 4:26 on the clock. Still tied. Score still tied at 4. Chapman splits a pair. And now it's Hart to inbound for the Guardians. Gonna have to cross that halfway line. Hunter being double teamed, in trouble. And referee calls a travel.
Yeah, and that's just one of those death spots against that little 2-2-1 trap. You take one dribble towards the trapper and pick up your dribble. Go ahead to dribble at it, then pull back and get that ball reversed to the other side of the floor.
Christensen in the right corner. Plays it up top to Haywood. Launches a three of her own. Too strong. Rebounded by the Titans. And once again, Chapman, she's fouled. She'll be headed to the line again.
Yeah, pretty good job of blocking out right there by Wells, but no one went and grabbed the basketball. Go get that thing.
Jaleese Chapman, the sophomore, makes the first one. Gives her team a 2-point lead, 6-4 the score now. Makes a pair, 7-4 the score. Titans lead early in this championship game. It's the Pearl Final. Out of bounds. It will be Guardians' possession.
Yeah, this little soft press giving the Wells Guardians a little bit more trouble than I thought it would. But overall, Wells, really good job handling the basketball. There you go, get that ball in the middle of the floor.
Nice ball into the front court, right wing three, won't go. Almost out of bounds, and the Titans pick it up rather quickly. Now they're looking to break. Strong drive, puts it up, no good on the layup attempt. And now Hart has it. Finds Dixon. Claire Dixon, the senior, with it. Nice little turnaround. Into the corner now is Hunter.
Man-to-man this possession for Union. Looks like they're man on misses, and when they're made or dead ball situation, they're in that 2-2-1 back to their zone. Now that it's set again, Union back in their zone.
Right, McKenna Reed to inbound, the senior for the Guardians. She finds Hunter. Hunter jabs, surveys once again up top, picks up her dribble inside. Nice kick out to the left wing. This time it's Dixon. Picks up her dribble again. Hart now, taking her time, 3:15 on the clock. Titans lead by 3. And just like that, Guardians tie it up, 7-all.
Yeah, Katie Lohman had a game like this the other day. Came in the game and immediately knocked down 4 threes. Great job coming in, being ready to shoot that thing.
Tough shot, good defensive pressure from Wells. They were on a full-headed steam going the other way. That time Hart got shoved from behind. Still tied at 7. And it'll be on the floor. Checking in for Wells, it is number 5, Margot Denny, entering the game, replacing the senior Hunter. Dixon to inbound, finds Denny. Right back to Dixon. Goes between her legs, just passing it around once again. 2:45 on the clock, still knotted at 7 in this first quarter of the Pearl Championship game. Left wing now, tried to go for the drive. That time is Reed. Back out to Dixon. Finds Denny to Dixon. Trying to go into the lane. Lost control of the ball. Now it's the Titans with it. 2:20 on the clock, still tied. Crosses it over. On the right baseline. What a pass. Puts it up and in for 2.
That was a beautiful pass, but exceptional cut and finish as well. Baseline drive. Zone loses track of what's behind him and cut to the rim. Beautiful delivery and great finish.
Right, Chapman got that one to go for 2. That time Hart unable to control it, but her teammates, that time Lohman picks it up. Lohman on that left wing now, and now Guardians trying to get something going offensively. This time it's Hart into the lane, hits the deck, no foul called. Big opportunity for the Titans, full head of steam, puts it up, won't go. 2 players hit the deck hard. It'll be a foul this time against the Wells, so Haywood going to the line.
Great job by Brooklyn Haywood, just using her body there, putting her shoulder into the defender, not letting her get to the basketball and drawing that foul.
Brooklyn Haywood, the junior. Drills the first free throw. splits a pair, misses the second, rebounded by the Titans, however. Right wing three won't go for McArthur. And now it's the Titans with possession once again. Dribbling it around, 1:25 on the clock. Titans lead 10-7. And it's going to be a travel against the Titans. Goes out of bounds, couple substitutions, some fresh legs for Wells. 33 and 11, that is Jamie Hunter 33 and 11. Helen Mildenberger, the senior, entering the game.
Yeah, this is both teams a little disjointed to start this game. We've seen this all day today. First quarter not been the best basketball that we've seen played, but teams settle down as the game goes on, get used to each other. Should settle into a rhythm here.
Yeah, both teams really just filling each other out. It's lots at stake here. Championship game. Right wing triple. Won't go for Haywood, rebounded by Wells.
And that is a shot she will take all day. If you do not have your hands up, it is going to go up, and quite often it's going to go in. She's a very talented player.
Now it's Mildenberger with it. Top of the three-point line. Left wing is Hart. Got a couple cutters in space. Now she finds Mildenberger up top again, trying to back down the defense. Nice fake. Corner three. I think it got deflected. That time it's short, and now it's the Titans looking to break. Got numbers, puts it up and in for two. A nice bucket there for Haywood.
Yeah, and we've seen this all day long today, that missed threes oftentimes lead to transition. As soon as that shot goes up from the corner, you got to be thinking about how we're getting defensive transition back the other way so you don't give up layups in transition.
All right, Wells going to have to get a shot off quickly here. 5 seconds left in this first quarter. Shot's no good. Gets it right back. No foul, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 12-7 the score. Titans lead by 5 in this Pearl Championship game between Union and Wells. Pretty low scoring. It really has been a defensive battle so far.
Yeah, and I think, both teams are playing a lot of zone, a little bit of man from Union, but both teams playing mostly zone. And that leads to having to shoot threes. And sometimes threes on that third day, legs are a little bit tired, a little bit gone. They don't go in early on. As the game goes on, you'll expect to see more baskets go in. And both teams get more comfortable with attacking the zone.
Right, and they're really just filling each other out. I mean, it really is about, we discussed this earlier, but it is about like the quality of shots. You don't want to just shoot up anything, right? I mean, it's 12-7. It's still pretty low scoring, but it's early in the game. You got 3 more quarters to play if we don't go to overtime like last time.
Yeah.
So lots more basketball to play for sure.
A lot of hoops to play.
Wells Guardians, their head coach Glenn Coblins in 2024. They finished 2 games below 500, 12-14 in the first, and they made it to the first round. And they are in the PIL, as everyone knows. And for the Union Titans of Washington, their head coach is Gary Mills. Last year they actually finished 19-5, and they are in the Greater St. Helens League.
Yeah, it's one of the great things about these tournaments is getting to play teams from out of your immediate area, people you don't see all the time, different look. It's great for these coaches, great experience for these kids.
Absolutely. Tournaments like these bring all kinds of talent and teams from different states. You got Washington, you got the Guardians from Portland, you got teams from California, like the one of the games we called earlier. And now it is the Titans with possession on the left wing. 7:45 on the clock. Titans lead by 5 as we're just kicking off this second quarter.
Yeah, really good job there. The Wells is really extending that zone, trying to keep Haywood from taking and making threes, and she just kept the dribble alive and got herself under control into a spot where she could get a layup.
Good idea on the pass there from Jansen, but instead it's intercepted by the Titans. And now it's Haywood with a risky pass across court, a little bit too strong, and that time Janessa Chapman, the senior, unable to control it, goes out of bounds. Wells possession.
Wells just needs to get organized here and get the ball across half court and then get organized and run their offense. Almost
a turnover once again, and the Guardians just trying to cross that halfway line. Nice pass there from Hart. Oh, what a pass, and it's an and one. 2 passes in a row, and they find Dixon that time as she was twirling, pirouetting her way into the paint as she made that bucket while she got fouled.
Yeah, it's a really nice long diagonal pass to get behind the defense, and then Claire Dixon in the middle of the floor with a nice cut, great pass, really nice finish chance for a 3-point play.
Let's see if Dixon can complete it. unable to do so. Her team, the Guardians, still trail by 5, 14-9. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Still plenty of ball left to play. Hands it off for Dixon. Now it's Mildenberger trying to take matters into her own hands until she passes it off to Hunter. Into the paint now. Big opportunity. Nice backdoor cut. Now it's Wells once again looking for help is Mildenberger. She passes it off into the lane, off the glass and in for two. Hart with another bucket.
Great finish by Autumn Hart. Not the best offensive possession they've had, but it ends with the basket. Really, really talented offensive player.
And now they're only down by 3, 14-11 the score. Titans still lead. Mid-range shot off the back iron for Haywood. Rebounded by the Titans, however, and it will be a travel called against Union. Number 15, McKenna Reed, entering the game. Replacing number 1, Autumn Hart. Now it's the Guardians trying to cross the halfway line. Solid pressure from Union. McKenna Reed.
Good patience there by Wells. Not getting flustered, just make the next pass. 10 seconds is an eternity. Got all kinds of time to get that thing across half court.
3 ball off the side iron from McKenna Reed, the senior, and it'll be Union Titans possession, and they have a 3-point lead, 14-11 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter of the Pearl championship game.
Yeah, McKenna Reed, a really, really good shooter. Wells would take that shot from her all day long. She's going to knock down her fair share of those.
Corner triple, too strong there from Christensen.
And great block out by Claire Dixon to get this break started.
What a pass from Jansen. Into the paint, puts it up and in for 2.
Yeah, that's a little guard from Wells with a great block out to get that possession started, get the ball up the floor, and great finish.
Mildenberger with a much-needed answer for Wells, and now the spin cycle for Union won't go, or will go. From that angle, it looked different, but that time it went in, and it will be a bucket for the Titans. 16-13 the score, they lead by 3. Still really good defensive pressure from Union, brought the full court press, and now it's Wells trying to get a bucket. Corner 3 ball, it's good.
Yeah, and both teams starting to settle in offensively, understand where they can attack these zones.
Mildenberger with a triple of her own. 5 minutes left. We're all knotted at 16 in this championship match. This time it's Haywood on the left wing. Surveys. Crosses over. Launches a 3 of her own. Won't go. Nice box out. Good rebound from Dixon. Now Titans are backing off a little bit. No more full court press for now. 4:40 left in this first half. 16 all.
Yeah, on misses, Union just straight back into man-to-man, get into that press after a make or a dead ball. Chance for Wells to execute an offensive play here.
Here come the Guardians. Now it's Mildenberger once again, who hit that 3 just moments ago. Puts it up and in for 2. Count the bucket. Mildenberger, chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, really good action. They get the ball to the high post, and the 2 guards split. They call that split action. No handoff, no back cut, and Helen kept it, turned the corner, and went and laid it in. That was really, really well thought out, well executed by the Wells Guardians.
Yeah, she's had a lot of the Guardians' points in this first half. And now Mildenberger, chance to complete the 3-point play. Able to do so. 19-16 to score. Guardians with an early 3-point lead over Union in this Pearl Championship game. You're watching Oregon Sports Beat.
Yeah, and once Ida B. Wells gets organized in the half court, they do a great job of executing and running their stuff.
Nice 3 ball, won't go. Haywood's off to a little bit of a cold start, but she has made a bucket or 2. And now it's Dixon with possession for Wells. 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Halfway through this second quarter. Dixon with it. Finds Mildenberger into the lane now, puts it up, and it's going to be a foul.
Yeah, really nice job again. A little different half-court execution. Went on-ball screen in the middle of the floor, and Union committed 2 people to that, trapping that thing. Get it to the popper in a little high-low action. It wasn't the cleanest-looking thing, but the spacing was right, and people in the right position made the right play.
Right, and now Hart at the line. Rattles in the first one. Guardians lead 20-16 by 4 with 3:51 left in this first half. Autumn Hart, friendly bounce on that second one. And now the Titans down by 5, trying to make things interesting. Only down by 5 early, though. It's been an entertaining game so far. Here comes Haywood. Drives into the lane, picks up her dribble, all the way back out to Haywood on this left wing.
Yeah, and you can see Wells' attention to Haywood. Wherever she goes, she's got a player with her. Even though they're in zone, they are committing not to let her have open shots.
Corner triple won't go, and now it's Hart with it. With a full head of steam, trying to go on the break. Instead, she elects to slow it down a little bit, and now Dixon giving instructions. Wide open 3. Won't go. Off the mark for Reed. And 3:05, there's 3:05 left in this first half. Another 3. No good. Rebounded, though. Got her on miss. That time it was Chapman. A deep triple. Nope. But another rebound by Larry. Larry hits the deck, and she was fouled.
Yeah, good job keeping the play alive by Union, getting extra possessions here. Brooklyn Haywood hasn't gotten herself going quite yet, but a player of her talent and caliber, she's going to keep shooting, and at some point in time, those shots are going to start falling.
Right, it's been an interesting game so far. 21-16 the score. Guardians lead the Titans by 5 early with 2:51 left in this first half. A quick shout out to one of our sponsors here, Pacific Office Automation. Pacific Office Automation is proud to bring you the Holiday Classic. Pacific Office Automation, we have your office game plan. Additionally, another shout out to another one of our sponsors, She Flies. Did you know girls are twice as likely as boys to drop out of sports by the age of 14? Sport Oregon's She Flies initiative is here to change that. We're here to empower girls to stay in the game, build confidence, and inspire the next generation of athletes and coaches. Together, we can create a community that values fitness and sports for life. Learn more about She Flies and how you can support at sheflies.org. Union Titans with possession. In that corner now is Haywood. 2:45 on the clock. Guardians with an early 5-point lead, 21-16. Into the lane. Nice shot, little teardrop floater for Chapman. Got it to go for 2.
Yeah, and with the way that Wells' attention to Haywood is, other players are going to have to go make some plays. They are committed to not letting her beat them to start this game.
Right. And now it's Autumn Hart to inbound. 2:30 left in this first half. 3-point ball game.
Union switching up their defense now. Full court man-to-man, trying to change the tempo of this thing a little bit.
Interesting. Now they bring the double. Into the corner now. Launches the triple. Won't go for Lawman. Nice catch, though. And now that time Hart, she got hounded. Hacked.
Yeah.
She'll be headed to the line for 2.
I think they said on the floor.
Now they say on the floor.
Yeah.
She wanted free throws, but yeah. And it will be Wells to inbound. Another corner 3. Off the mark again for Lawman. And now it's Union looking to break. Not a ton of numbers. And this time it's I believe it's a blocking foul on the floor.
Yeah.
Blocking foul on the floor. That time it was against Jamie Hunter. And it'll be Titans with possession on this left wing this time. Haywood. She got fouled on the floor once again. Foul against Dixon this time. 2:01 on the clock. Just about 2 minutes left in this first half. 21-18 to score. Guardians with a 3-point lead. And now it'll be Denny coming into the game for Guardians.
I think Wells started guarding Haywood when she got off the bus today. She's going to feel like she has gotten a lot of attention on her. First time she's got an open look today.
And she missed a 3 ball there, but Union wind up with it. Referee calls a foul. And that's going to be a foul on the Guardians on the floor. It's the 4th team foul. So it'll be Union ball. Union ball. 1:53 on the clock.
I think everybody's confused here. I think they called that foul on Union.
Yeah, they called it on Union there, and instead they're in the bonus, so it will be 2 shots for Hart. Drills the first one to put her team up by 4 now with just under 2 minutes left in this opening half of the Pearl Championship game between Union and Wells here at Lincoln High School. Beautiful facility.
Beautiful facility and a beautiful stroke by Autumn Hart, getting 2 free throws.
Yep, and now our team's up by 5. Here comes Union the other way. This time it's Chapman. Into the corner now. Another 3-ball. Won't go.
Another great block out. Wells has done an unbelievable job on the defensive glass here. Other than one possession, they have really controlled the glass.
Yeah, that time Hart also out-rebounded 2 people at once. And now it's going to be Denny with the ball. On the left wing is Dixon. Hart to Mildenberger into the lane. Puts it up and in for 2. A strong finish from Dixon.
Yeah, beautiful back screen as the ball was being reversed. Little flex action. Claire Dixon on a great cut. Finish the play.
A double pump shot, no good. Now it's a scramble for it on the ground. And Wells have possession with 1 minute left in this first half. Yeah. Currently, Wells in the bonus, Union not. And it will be, there's 52 seconds left with 20 seconds on the shot clock. And all the way back up top to Dixon. Guardians retain possession. Good hands there. Here comes Union the other way. It's Mila Larry. Tried to go around her back a little bit too fancy with the ball, and instead it's going to be a foul. Interested to see who they call this one against. It's going to be against Union.
Yeah, and Claire Dixon will be shooting free throws at the other end. That was a really good half-court possession defensively by Union. Good job of scouting what Wells does. We're trying to run a stagger screen. Jumped out in that lane, just couldn't finish the play at the other end and led to a foul, giving Wells another opportunity to get some points at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's right. A chance to extend their lead. Wells Guardians lead by 7, trying to make it 8 or potentially 9. 25-18 the score with just under 40 seconds left in this opening half. The lefty, Claire Dixon, the senior, drills the first one. Some more fresh legs once again for the Guardians. It'll be Lohman and Devlin into the game. Dixon splits a pair. 35 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds left in this first half. 26-18 the score. Wells with a pretty solid lead currently. Deep triple. Tried to go off the window. Won't go. Valiant effort on the offensive end, though, for Union, and they get the ball right back. And there's a bucket for Brooklyn Haywood.
That's the second time she's done that, right? They're really extended to her in the zone and just kept her dribble alive, working along that baseline, ability to go make that finish.
Yeah, good pressure, but that time it was a foul. Not disciplined enough there. Mila Larry picks up the foul, and as you mentioned previously, Anthony Wells, they're in the bonus, so going to the charity stripe they are.
Yeah, great opportunity here with 5 seconds left. Get a couple free ones and then get set. Do not let Union get an easy look at the other end here with short clock.
Right, Hart drills the first one with 5 seconds left in this first half.
And we saw in our last game, 4 seconds can be an eternity, right? So
That's
we got
right.
5.3 on the clock here. Plenty of time for Union to get a good shot.
Hart buries a pair. Here comes Union on the other end, trying to get a shot off, and it's blocked. Blocked right before the buzzer sounds. What a block there from Hart. So Hart, Autumn Hart, the senior, does it on both ends of the floor, got 2 free throws, and then got a block to end the first half. 28-20, the first half score. Wells lead. Anthony, your first half thoughts?
Well, I think an excellent game plan by the Wells Guardians. They are doing a great job of taking Brooklyn Haywood away and not allowing her to control the game. For Union in the halftime here, they're going to have to figure out other ways to get points. Are they going to run some stuff for Brooklyn? Are they going to have other people try to score that thing? But right now, Wells controlling the game at the defensive end of the floor.
Absolutely. 28-20 the score. That's going to do it for the first half. 1 half down, 1 more half to go in this Pearl Championship game between Union and Wells at Lincoln High School. Wells lead 28-20. We're going to be right back after this halftime break. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of more action on Oregon Sports when we get back after this break. Welcome back into Lincoln High School for the Holiday Classic. It is the Pearl Championship game between the Union Titans of Washington and the Wells Guardians of Portland, Oregon. I am Jack McArthur alongside Anthony Levrets. Pretty interesting game so far, and halftime score 28-20. What stood out to you the most about that first half, Anthony?
Well, I think Wells controlled that half with their defense. They did a great job of limiting Brooklyn Haywood's good looks. She only got 2 baskets, both of them in the paint, 0 for 8 from 3, 2 for 14 overall. Really hard to keep a good player like her down for an entire game, but for that first half, Wells did an incredible job defensively and then was really efficient on the offensive end of the floor.
That's right. Wells with a 28-20 8-point lead. And we'll see how the second half pans out, but lots on the line here. It is the Pearl Championship game of this bracket. Now it's Wells with possession on the right wing is Reed.
Union back in their 2-3 half-court zone.
Back up top to Hunter. Finds Mildenberger in the corner, swinging the ball around now. 7:30 left in this third quarter. This third quarter just got underway. Nice ball movement. Mid-ranger won't go. Rebounded by Union. Now they're trying to go quickly. Nice pass into the lane. Puts it up and in for 2.
Yeah, and that'll drive you crazy as a coach. You have a 35-second possession and miss an open shot and then give up a layup at the other end. You want to get back and get organized defensively.
Right, and now Hart passes it to Hunter. Hunter up ahead. Now it's Mildenberger in the area. Backing it all the way back out. Now it's Hunter up top. Hunter up top finds Dixon, swinging the ball around. Nice fake. Dixon inside. Right wing 3. No good for Reed.
Better possession, though, for Wells that time, getting the ball into the high post, zone collapsing, and then kicking that thing out for the 3.
Right, and now it's Haywood, who had a relatively quiet first half, trying to heat things up in the second. As you mentioned, they were double-teaming her, hounding her consistently in that first half as she's one of Union's best players. Left wing triple. Count it. It's good for Chapman.
Yeah, and she's not only one of the best players for Union, she's one of the best players in the entire West Coast. And the ability just to keep her in check was pretty amazing by Wells in that first half. Kid that went for 46 points in the first game of this tournament has the ability to get hot in a hurry. And then he's got to stay consistent with not letting her get going.
Right, this game really has gone back and forth. Now it's 28-25. Wells with a 3-point lead with 6:08 left in this third quarter. Hart with it. At the top of the 3-point line, picks up her dribble. Nice interception from Union. Great pass. Tried to loft it off the glass there. Won't go, but gets her own miss is Larry. Puts it up and in. Count the bucket. Now she's going to the line to try to complete that 3-point play.
Yeah, and that's just what you need as a team when your leading scorer is struggling and the other team's taking her away. Other people step up and make plays. It's opportunities. And Coach Coleman's not liking what he's seen here to start the second half. It calls a quick timeout.
Yep. As I mentioned previously, Guardians, they had that halftime lead, and now they're only up by 1.
Yeah, really good start for Union. Couldn't be better as a start for them. And Wells just got to get back to doing what they were doing and attack that zone. And Coach Copeland's talking to him about right now. Ball fakes before you make a pass against the zone, really important.
Right. Another quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Qdoba. Qdoba Mexican Eats with locations across Oregon and parts of Washington proudly supports the Portland Interscholastic League Girls Basketball Tournament. Fuel your next event with our fresh and flavorful catering options. So it'll be one shot for Mila Larry, the sophomore, trying to complete the 3-point play with just under 6 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Back iron, won't go, out of bounds. It will be Guardians ball.
Now Union staying in what they ended the half in, full court man-to-man, really trying to pressure that inbound pass, make it end-to-end pressure.
It's a risky pass, and looks like it pays off. Here comes Wells. Near the half-court line.
Wells did a great job against Union's man-to-man in the first half of executing their sets.
Dixon with the ball. Right wing three. It's Butter. Reed hits from downtown.
Beautiful action. Run a little split action on the weak side of the floor, and the split cutter just continues all the way to the other side off of a stagger for a three. Knocked it down McKenna Reed. That was beautiful execution.
Great execution from her, and a timeout, 30-second timeout called by Wells. So 31-27 the score, still a pretty tight ball game, but as you mentioned, Anthony, 28-20 was the halftime score. The Guardians were up by 8 going into the break, and earlier they called the timeout because they were giving up so many points, and now it's really just a 4-point game. Titans only down by 4 now.
Yeah, it's just basketball's a game of runs, and when you're ahead and a team makes a run at you, you got to figure out a way to get it stopped. It starts with a stop on the defensive end, but then half-court execution by Wells today has been terrific against the man-to-man. If they can figure out how to attack the zone when Union goes back to the zone, they have a big advantage at that end of the floor. And Union just struggling to get anything consistent going offensively.
Right, here come the Titans looking to get something going, and another miscue, threw the ball away, and now it's Wells trying to extend their lead, up by 4 now, but still plenty of ball left to play. 5:15 left in the third quarter of this Pearl Championship game for the Holiday Classic, put on by Pacific Office Automation.
Back to zone for Union.
A costly giveaway. Now it's Union trying to get something cooking. On the left wing is Haywood, guarded by Hunter. Into the lane now, being double teamed. A nice drop step. Referee calls a travel, and it's going to go against Union, so going the other way. Guardians possession now.
Yeah, I like the attack mode that Haywood was in there. Not able to get a three, trying to get back into that paint, but just took one extra step there.
Nice pass on the outside to Lohman. Lohman being double teamed. She didn't see that one coming. Haywood came out of nowhere from behind her and took that ball away. Here comes Haywood. Nice little crossover. See what she can do with it. Spin cycle into the lane. A tough shot off the window and in for 2. That was a really beautiful play.
Yeah, that's a big-time play right there. And it really impressed. Instead of just settling for threes or contested threes, she's really pushing the action. And she might turn it over a time or two, but the ability to get a good look at the end of that drive, really impressive offensive play.
And on the other end, Dixon unable to score there, and now it's Union looking to score once again. A hard drive, no foul called, not a charge or a block. Referee says play on. 4 minutes left in this third period. 31-29 the score. Wells still lead by 2.
Yeah, and Wells got to unlock this zone here. They have not had great possessions against the zone so far today.
Dixon outside of the left wing, it's Lohman. Right back to Dixon, looking for the entry pass. Here comes Hunter on the right wing, being double teamed. Straightaway 3 ball, it's good from downtown. Dixon hits once again.
Yeah, and that started again. Beating the drum here, but you get that ball to the high post and that zone collapses, and it makes those 3-point shots a lot easier later in the possession.
Here come Union on the other end. They find themselves down by 5. Referee calls an offensive foul. So it'll be Guardians ball out of bounds on this touchline. 3:22 on the clock as the Wells are going to make another change. This time Reed coming into the game for number 11, Helen Mildenberger, who's had a pretty solid game so far.
Union again changing defenses back to that 2-2-1 instead of the hard man-to-man full court. Just trying to give Wells different looks and almost get a turnover out of it here.
Yeah, almost turned it over. It went off the fingertips of Janessa Chapman, a Union guard. 3:15 on the clock, 34-29 the score. Wells with a 5-point lead in this Pearl Championship match. Dixon with it, surveying, plays it inside. What a pass. Unorthodox shot there from Reed. Didn't really get enough on it. Didn't really jump on that one. It was a flat-footed shot, and it goes out of bounds, so it will be Wells' ball.
Yeah, that was really nice execution by Wells. Didn't finish the play. McKenna Reed sitting a baseline screen against the zone. The zone shifted out, and she stepped into the gap. She just help came across and got a little bump on her. No foul call, but really good execution.
Now it's Autumn Hart with the ball. Trying to find a teammate, get something going offensively. Right back to Hart. The top of the three-point line now. Right wing is Hunter. In the corner, it's Dixon. Here comes Reed once again. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to get a shot off. Dixon, a deep triple. No good. Scramble forward on the floor. And Union end up with it. They end up.
Yeah, Wells has got people open at the high post, and their eyes are just going away from it a little bit early to make the ball reversal back. Just need to be a little bit more patient so that they can get that ball inside.
Margot Denny into the game, replacing number 33, Jamie Hunter. And now it'll be the Titans with possession with 2:20 left in the third quarter. In the corner now is Chapman. 3-ball, it's good.
That was really well done by Union. Really well done.
Haywood drilled it. Now it's 34-32. Guardians only up by 2 now with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Down the lane, nice move, and what a finish there from McKenna Reed, the senior.
Yeah, beautiful move by McKenna Reed, and if I wish we had some instant replay, I'd show you what Union did on that last offensive possession to get Haywood a 3, but that was really well executed.
Ball pinballs around off of a couple players' fingertips, and the Guardians wind up with it with 1:35 left in this third quarter. 36-32 the score. Corner 3-ball won't go for the Guardians, rebounded by Union, but Hart, she's got some serious heart on that play. She gets it back. Another 3 off the mark once again, and now Union have it. Here come the Titans. All the way down the lane. Oh, what a move. Left-handed teardrop, and it's up and in for 2.
Yeah, it's amazing what getting the ball in the basket does for your confidence as a really good offensive player. She's made a few layups, got that 3, and just saw the full arsenal right there. Little left-handed floater in the lane is a really hard shot.
Right, Haywood makes it look easy. She didn't have the best first half, but she's really come alive in the second half. And now it's Dixon with possession. All the way outside to Reed, the center. She's going to find Lohman. Swinging it around off of the fingertips of Union last. It will be Wells' possession. Another sub. This time it is Helen Mildenberger into the game, replacing McKenna Reed.
Got a short clock here, 14 seconds left, so you got to be quick about getting the ball inbounds, and they do. Get a good-looking shot.
Launches a 3 off the mark, and now it's Union the other way. Full head of steam. Nice little hop step, and it goes up and in for 2. Nice bucket there from Larry. 31 seconds left. We're all knotted at 36.
Yeah, Larry's done a really nice job today. When Haywood was struggling, she kind of kept him in touch there with her first half scoring and continues to play well.
She's been an impactful player. Now it's Dixon with it. Dixon at the top of the three-point line with 12 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Wells got to go quickly. Launches a triple. Won't go. Rebound by Larry. He's got 5 seconds.
Maybe a little early on that shot. You're going to give him another chance at it.
It's a 3-ball, and it's good. What a shot there. An emphatic 3 from Haywood, and she just drilled that one.
Yeah, we've seen this a lot today. Into quarter situations, into half situations, into game situations. Shooting the ball a little bit early in the clock and giving the other team an opportunity. The last thing you want when in a close game especially is to give them another opportunity when you don't have to. And Wells, that was a mistake on Wells' part right there.
That is true. Now the score after 3, 39-36. Union leading. They've really been on a tear, and they did go on a tear, especially during that third quarter, Anthony.
Yeah, 11-point turnaround there, down 8 and outscored Wells by 11 in that quarter after Wells outscored them 21-8 in the second quarter. So it's just a game of runs here, and Wells during this timeout's got to be talking about what they did well. Let's get back to that. Union a little more committed to playing zone, kind of went away from the man-to-man, and Wells has struggled against the zone, not getting that ball in the paint, really settling for threes and turned it over a few times. So I think Wells' zone attack has to be a real point of conversation in that timeout right now.
Yeah, I got to work on those defensive alignments. That's definitely crucial. 39-36 the score after 3 quarters. 8 more minutes left in this Pearl Championship game between Ida B. Wells Guardians and the Union Titans. So Union starting things off. Once again, it's Haywood who had the hot hand. She had a pretty solid third quarter. See if she can add on to it. Sticking with it is Larry. Right back to her. Here comes Haywood again. Off the mark. Nice rebound. Right back up and in off the glass for two. That time it was Leah Samuel, the sophomore, with a quick bucket.
Yeah, always hard to block out in the zone. When you're committed at least 2 players to Haywood when she's got the ball, there's a matchup off. You got to be able to get that block out.
Now Wells are swinging the rock around rather fiercely. Just really good continuous possession here and ball movement into the paint now, and it goes out of bounds off of Union. Last good defensive effort, but it'll be Guardians ball. Shot clock did not reset. 15 seconds on that clock. 7:17 on the main one.
I'd love to see Wells get that ball to the high post from the wing instead of from the point, and then either play from that high post or look opposite for a 3. Trying to execute a play. Union's got it scouted out pretty well here.
Here comes Hunter on the right wing now to Denny. In the corner is Reed, right all the way back up top to Hunter. Now they're just passing it around. Right wing 3 ball, won't go. Larry with an athletic rebound. Passes it up ahead to Samuel, and it's going to be a jump ball with just under 7 minutes left in this fourth quarter. 41-36 the score. Union still leading by 5.
This feels like a really critical time of the game for Wells right now.
Right.
Union's playing a little bit better offensively. Wells struggled to get good shots here. We really want to see if we can get a good shot on this possession.
Right, they were up by 8 now. They find themselves down by 5, and they turn the ball over once again. Here comes Union down the lane. Backing it out is Haywood. Drives into the area, puts it up and in for a quick 2.
Yeah, and she's just one of those kids that the ball is a part of her. It doesn't even look like she's dribbling. She just has the ball a part of her, gets to where she wants to go, and it just makes a really tough shot look pretty easy.
Plenty of space here. 3 ball, won't go. Off the mark for Jansen. And now Union looking to break this thing open. They're up by 7, trying to extend their lead. Good defensive stand from the Guardians, and they finally catch a break there with that block.
Yeah, and again, you just getting to a point here. You got to get a good offensive possession if you're with the Wells Guardians.
Right. I mean, there's 6 minutes remaining, and it's the championship game. They're down by 7. They were up by 8 earlier. They just got to get a bucket soon.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a timeout.
Yeah, and I think they just keep doing the same thing. They get that ball to the wing, and the flash is coming. They're running X against the zone, where the inside people are Xing.
Yep.
And as that backside person is flashing to the high post, they're reversing it before they ever get an opportunity to look at the high post. You just need to be a little bit more patient and see if they can't let that X happen and get that ball into the high post where some good things will happen.
Yeah, they could benefit from some high post action. It seems like they're passing the ball around the perimeter too much, and they're also being exposed by Union's full court press. I think that's, we spoke about this earlier, just we've stressed the importance and the success of the full court press. It seems like all the teams are doing it now.
Yeah, and you get turnovers out of it, great, but what you really want to do is make it hard for teams to transition from press attack into offense, so they don't have as much time to run their half-court offense against you. And it's been successful when they are back into their zone. Wells has had a really difficult time attacking that zone.
Well, we'll see if they're able to attack the zone after this. It was a much-needed timeout for head coach Glenn Coblins and co. Right now, they're only down by 7, but it's a long game, 5:54, just under 6 minutes left, but it is the championship game of the Pearl bracket. So now it is Autumn Hart to inbound for Wells, and she finds Dixon up top, who's going to take care of business. Now she's going left wing to Reed. Swinging the ball around once again. Here comes Dixon. There's Hunter.
There it is.
There's the high post entry. Now it's a right wing triple. Won't go. Off the mark for Hart.
Much better possession, though, and a good job of coming out of the timeout, and I'm sure that's what Coach was talking about. We're reversing the ball too soon. They let that X happen. Great play by Claire Dixon at the top of the key there.
Dixon takes it into her own hands all the way down the court. Puts it up and in for 2 after stripping Samuel, getting a steal and a deep straightaway triple. It's butter straight string music for Haywood. She is just playing some tunes right now.
Yeah, and on Wells' part, every once in a while when offense just isn't going well, you need someone to make a play defensively and then go get a basket for you, which Claire did. But then the mistake is you got to guard Haywood right now.
Right.
When she gets to right here, she has to be guarded.
And Hart just turns it over. There she is once again, Haywood. No foul called. Puts it up and in for a easy 2. She really does make it look effortless. I know we spoke about earlier she didn't have the best first half, but now she's on fire.
Yeah, and sometimes you can be more impressed with the player when you see them when they don't play their best.
Right.
Because it's what you do when things aren't going great for you. And she's just stayed consistent, kept playing, and eventually starts making shots, trusts herself. Like, she's an incredible young player.
Absolutely. And there's Dixon with a much-needed response for the Guardians. Puts up a big-time triple, and now her team, Wells, down by 7, 48-41 with 4:20 left in this game. There she is once again, a deep 3. Why not? It's good. There she is once again. It looks like a 3-point contest out there. I mean, at this point, it really is just the Brooklyn Haywood show, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, she gave the ball up, relocated. Wells just kind of lost track of her from her second. She's, 27, 28 feet from the basket, but that's an easy shot for her. Like, that is, she's a big-time offensive talent.
That was an unreal 3. And now Dixon with the response of her own and one.
Yeah.
Wells with a serious response.
Yeah, and the more you and I are around each other, you're going to hear me say this over and over against the zone. You have to get the ball inside. If you just settle, it's not going to go well for you most of the time. And much better job the last couple possessions getting the ball into the paint, short corner, the post, the high post, and positive result for Wells on that possession.
All right, now Dixon a chance to complete this 3-point play in a crucial moment for her team. Hits the front iron, batted around, and now Hart ends up with it for the Guardians.
Great effort by Autumn Hart to keep that ball alive.
Really solid effort, 3:45 on the clock. Guardians, they find themselves down by 7, 51-43. Here's Dixon once again. Into the post now, outside Dixon. Why not? She launched a triple of her own, but she got fouled. Right now, it really does seem like Claire Dixon and Brooklyn Haywood are the two most impactful players on the floor. They're just going at it. It seems like a majority of the scoring in the last few minutes has been from them.
Yeah, Claire Dixon, a really, really competitive young kid, really good player. But again, offensively, they got the ball to the high post, looked opposite, shot wasn't there, one more pass, and you get an open shot that led to a foul. Good job after that timeout of executing what coach is asking them to do.
Yeah, it's a much-needed reset for the Guardians. They looked like they were in a serious hole, and now they're only down by 6 with 2 more free throws for Dixon. Didn't make the 3, but she got fouled on the attempt, so she's made the first 2, trying to go 3 for 3 here. Speaking of threes, 3:33 left on the clock, 51-45 to score right now. Union with a 6-point lead, and Dixon, she missed it. Missed the third one, made the first 2, and now none other than Haywood racing down the floor, puts up a tough shot, contested. Referee calls a foul. She was being double-teamed there, and looks like Haywood's headed to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, she's got a little different look in her eye here in the second half, and it all started with a really tough drive on the baseline to get the ball in the basket, and once you see that ball go through as a scorer like she is, the basket gets bigger, and her full arsenal has been on display here in the second half.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Brooklyn Haywood, she's put on a show in this game, and this game is still relatively close, 52-45. Haywood looking to extend Union's lead to 8. Able to do so. 3:22 on the clock. Still plenty of time left.
Union still in this little 2-2-1 three-quarter court, really trying to make Wells use time, take time off the clock.
Yeah, Wells need to get the ball across the halfway line. They finally do so. Here comes Hart. Left wing 3 ball. It's good for Hunter. She drilled it. 3 minutes remaining in this game. Just a 5-point game, Anthony.
Yeah, just a 2-possession game here. Wells got to get a couple stops, and from the Union standpoint, keep moving that basketball.
There's a contested 3. That time, no foul called, and instead it's going to be Hart on the other end for the Guardians, trying to inch their way back into this game, trailing by 5, 53-48 with 2:40 remaining. Hunter plays it on the near side corner. Thought about the 3, gives it to Dixon instead. The mid-ranger, no good, but she's absolutely hacked.
Yeah, good job with the dribble, getting that ball in the paint. Nice little gap there. chance to make 2 free throws, and I think if you're Wells, it's a win defensively for you if somebody other than Brooklyn Haywood shoots it right now.
Right.
Good job of keeping her from getting them. Once she gives that ball up, she should not touch it again. From the Wells standpoint, if you're Union, you want her getting that thing back.
Right. Yeah, if you're Union, why not just give it to Haywood? Here comes Claire Dixon. Missed the first one. This is a crucial free throw. 2:34 left in this game. Makes the second one, 49-53. The score, 2-possession game. Coming down to the wire. Titans with possession on this right wing. Once again, none other than Haywood. She's being double teamed. Nice pass. Going all the way across court now into the lane. Back out is Larry. Kicks it outside to Chapman. Right back to Larry. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Wide open 3-ball. Won't go. Nice rebound. Stripped away, though, by Haywood, but the referee called the jump ball first.
Yeah, and that's Brooklyn Haywood being a basketball player, right? Not just a scorer, opportunity to go get your team an extra possession.
Right. It's all about effort and hustle. Here comes Larry once again. She's really shifty. Jabs right. Going all the way back out is Haywood. Here she is once again. Spin move. Looked like it maybe was a carry. No call. And instead, the Titans pick it up once again and catch another huge break. Nice entry pass inside. No good. Gets her own miss, though. Tried to put it back up. And 4th time's a charm, I guess, for Union. They're able to get that one to go. That time Chapman scored.
Good effort on the glass there to keep that thing alive and finally get it in the basket. Wells needs a hoop desperately on this possession.
Down by 2 possessions. See what they can do with it. Looked like a travel. Referee did call the travel. That time it's against the Guardians. It's going the other way to the Titans. Right now, Union with a comfortable 6.2 possession lead. It's by no means over, but Haywood trying to score here and potentially just score a dagger.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably run a little clock and then get the ball back into her hands at the end of the possession and let her go make a play.
Here she is once again, Haywood, who's got the hot hand. It's going to be a foul on the floor. 13-second reset, so 35-second shot clock. And there's 1:06 on the main clock, 55-49 the score. Union, they were down 28-20 by 8 points at the half. Now they're up by 6 with 1:06 left.
Yeah, I think you probably got a foul here now.
Haywood outside, swinging the rock around. Here comes Larry. And
trying to foul, and they're not giving him the call. There
now they finally do foul with 54.6 on the clock. That time Haywood is fouled.
Yeah, I think you want to foul immediately now. You got to foul 2 more times to get him into the bonus. So I think you want to foul as soon as the ball comes inbounds.
And instead, it's going to be a full timeout with 54.6 remaining. Right now, the Titans lead by 6.
Yeah, 2-possession game, under a minute to go, and I think as soon as it comes in, he's talking about we got to foul immediately.
Right away.
You would really, the next foul, it doesn't matter because it's not the bonus, but then the 5th one, we'd really like to deny Haywood the ball, not let her get the catch so somebody else has to shoot the free throws.
Right.
Union, on the other hand, is going to do everything they can to get Haywood the ball so she goes to the free throw line. So just kind of a battle of wills there, of a strategy of how are you going to get your best player the ball. Wells trying to think about how are we going to keep her from getting it. So a lot of stuff going on here at the end of the game, a lot of things to talk about and think about. Again, we've talked about this during this tournament. It's a great opportunity early in the year for these teams to play in a situation like this against other good teams, work on these end-of-game situations that can help you later in the season. Absolutely.
And a real quick shout-out to all of these restaurants for the donations to the hospitality rooms. You got Amalfi's, Rudy's Pizza, Human Bean, Voodoo Donut, Noah's Hawaiian Cafe, and Galenas and Qdoba. So shout-out to them. And now it is Union with possession with just 49 seconds remaining. As you mentioned, you got a foul right away, and there is the foul after a few seconds. And it's none other than Brooklyn Haywood, the junior, super talented athlete. Yeah, it's going to be on the floor.
8 seconds went off that clock before they fouled here. Right now they're going to do everything they can to keep her from getting the basketball, and she's going to do everything she can to get it.
Larry to inbound, and that time Haywood double teamed in the backcourt, and they finally called the foul. So she's headed to the charity stripe to try to make at least one of these free throws for the potential dagger as they're up by 6, and this could put this game away if she makes one of these.
Yeah, one of the things that's super impressive about her is her strength.
Right.
The ability to hold people off, dribble the basketball without that pressure bothering her. This kid's got a very bright future in basketball for a long time.
Brooklyn Haywood, remember the name. She just made a pair, and just like that, 57-48 the score. 3-possession game with just under 45 seconds remaining. Wells running out of time. They're going to need to answer. Dixon plays it ahead, and they keep it in bounds miraculously. Now the Guardians wind up with it. Dixon's going to have to launch. When she does, it's an air ball. Too short, goes out of bounds. Larry lets it go out, 30 seconds on the clock, and that's going to just about do it. So Haywood dribbles forwards. She's going to just dribble it around with 22 seconds remaining. 57-49. The score puts up an unorthodox shot, won't go, and now it's going to be Wells with possession. Dixon launches a 3, won't go, 10 seconds left. Almost went out of bounds, stays in. They're going to have to get it across the halfway line, and that's going to do it. So your new champion of the Pearl Brackets are the Union Titans. So shout out to them, congratulations to them. What a crazy comeback. It was an unreal game. As I mentioned, 28-20 was the halftime score. Wells led by 8, and then Union just made a crazy run. Haywood had to have at least, 12, maybe 15 second half points?
A lot. She had a lot.
And final score here at Lincoln High School, 57-49. Your final thoughts, Anthony?
Well, first of all, great job by a good team with a great player of staying patient and eventually taking the game over. For Wells, great tournament for them. They've got a really nice team. I think probably looking at this, they're going to see some zone as the year goes on. Great opportunity to work on their zone attack and see if they can get better with that. But overall, I think both teams really well coached and have a really good year ahead of them.
Right. Well, Pacific Office Animation, we got to give a shout out to them. Pacific Office Animation is proud to bring you the Holiday Classic. Pacific Office Animation, we have your office game plan. I've been Jack McArthur alongside Anthony Levrets, and you got to give credit here to both teams. The Guardians and the Titans played a really great game, but at the end of the day, that's the game right there. So your new Pearl Final champion. And that's going to do it for us here at Oregon Sports. We'll be back with a game soon, but I've been Jack McArthur alongside Anthony Levrets. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back after this break.